Welcome to Rider Review. Today we're going to be doing a do-it-yourself horse show ribbon display. Really like this idea just because you can do it to fit your needs, your style, your colors, just about everything. I actually stole this idea from my sister who made a do-it-yourself jewelry display and just adapted it to fit horse show ribbons. Alright, let's take a look at how we did it. So I actually went out and purchased a antique window frame for about 10 bucks. You could use this ideal for just to use a picture frame, a large one, depending on how many ribbons you wanted to display. You could probably pick it up from Goodwill for pretty cheap. Try to think outside the box just because you might walk by something and be like, that color is absolutely disgusting. But hey, spray paint does wonders. So I picked it up, the frame, and then I also went to Lowe's and purchased from the fencing department a roll of wire. They had several different kind of options. I chose the squares just because I like things to be square, and I purchased it for about 12 bucks, so totally I think it was about like 22 bucks to do this whole thing. And then if you had some leftover wire around your house, you could probably use that as well, make it even cheaper. They had several different options to pick from. I just liked this look the best and thought it would fit my ribbons well. The pretty popular thing is like chicken wire. Chicken wire is pretty easy to cut. This is a little bit thicker, so I actually needed something pretty strong. I used my husband's rose trimmers. And it was able to cut through pretty well. Just depending on your wire, you could use a strong pair of scissors, actual wire cutters. And then when I got home and I got my wire all done, I was able to put it up with a staple gun and just make sure that my staples fit right in between the wires. It was make sure that you're kind of putting them in the exact same spot because it was a little bit hard to get even. And if you're OCD, mine's a little bit taller here and then a little bit lower there. So just be aware of that could be happening whenever you're putting your staples in between the wires. Also, whenever I got home, my horse show ribbons have clips like this, and I thought it would be small enough to fit through the wires, but when I actually tried to put them on there, it was a little bit too big. And so what I had to do was I was able to just cut a wire in between it, and then it was able to slip it down so they would lay flat. So just like depending on your ribbons, you know, just keep that in mind. And then I chose to put my wire on the front just because, I mean, it would look nicer if it was in the back because you wouldn't be seeing the staples and things like that. But I was afraid what would happen is if I went to go put my ribbons on, it would push away from the wall, or I wouldn't be able to fit them behind it because the frame would technically be touching the wall. So just think about that. I think a picture frame, you know how they kind of set in a little bit and they kind of have an edge. If you were to use a picture frame, it would probably work a little bit better and you'd probably be able to hide the wire. So just kind of think about that when you're putting it together. And let me try to think. Oh, I don't go to very many horse show ribbons a year, so I actually thought it was pretty cool that I was able to fit all of last year's ribbons and numbers on one frame. So I thought it would be kind of a cool ideal to do one for every year and display it like that. You could display them by places, you could display them by just that show. So it kind of just had a lot of different options that you could use to make it your own. And so I hope that you guys found this helpful. Hope he gives a lot of great ideas to use. And thanks for watching.